What do you like best about being a dad?
Well, the thing that I like best about being a dad, particularly since I have all boys, is that I know that everything I do, I'm serving as a role model for them. So when you are a dad, you're always teaching, because there are more ways to teach than what you say to people. So what happens is when you're a dad, it's not so much what you say to your sons, or if you happen to have daughters, but it's what you show them, because you're setting an example for them. So that's the fun part about it, is seeing them do what they've seen me do, and not necessarily what they've heard me say.
Thank you. What kind of music do you like to listen to?
I like so many different kinds of music. Now, I was raised in the country, so I like country music. My favorite artist is Alan Jackson, as a matter of fact. Some of the other old country music stars, but I also like gospel. I like some hip-hop kind of music, just all kinds. I just love a variety. I have satellite radio in my car so that I can just listen to blues and modeos and hip-hop and country and western. I just like music. I really do.
Thank you. Who are your heroes?
Oh, well, my dad was my hero. My dad was a very strong person, not in terms of muscle, but in terms of his character and his willingness to help people. And he smiled a lot. He didn't argue. He didn't frown a lot. So he was just a hero. He taught me that to be strong doesn't mean you have to be a big muscle man, that a tiny person with good character and faith can really be a big and strong person. So I would have to say that he was my hero. John F. Kennedy, Dr. Martin King, Nelson Mandela. Those are the kinds of people that I just really see as heroes.
I read about Dr. Martin Luther King. When the history books are written, some will say there were black people who had the courage to stand up for their rights.
That's why Dr. King and Nelson Mandela, and see, they stood up for their rights. They didn't take guns and say, I'm going to shoot you if you don't let these people. They just said, I think I can convince you through my character, through my faith, through my morality, and that's what they did. It's just so much power in character and commitment and just making up your mind that you're going to stand for what is right. And that's why I just really admire them so.
Did you ever get good grades in school?
Yes, I did. Again, since I was kind of skinny and little, I knew that I probably wouldn't do very good on jobs that required big, strong men. So I said, well, if I can't be strong in these muscles here, I better be strong up here and learn how to think. Because I always wanted to be able to help my parents, and I wanted to make a good living. And I knew that in the little town where I lived, that there weren't many jobs, particularly for black people. So I said, I'm going to have to get some good grades and get me a scholarship to college to get out of here. So I finished second in my high school. I was salutatorian, and as always is the case, a girl was valedictorian. She was smart. It was my first cousin. Sometimes she would tell on me and get me in trouble, but I still loved her. Her name was Shelby, but she was a valedictorian, and I was salutatorian.
Do you work hard in school, Hannah?
Yes, I do.
The best grade is the grade you get when you have done your absolute best.
Were you scared when all the tornadoes hit Memphis?
I didn't get too afraid for myself. I was afraid for others where I knew the tornadoes were going because I knew how strong they were. But I was in this building here, and I was prepared to take cover. I had it had it come this way, we would have gone into the hallways, the interior, and the restrooms and things in there. And I had the people who were working, I told them to stay out there and stay away from the windows. But this is a strong building. But I was concerned about the people out in Hickory Hill where the tornado really hit.
Ashland has some questions to ask.
All right, if Ashley will come over, I'll be more than glad to answer her questions. You
Okay.
can continue to sit, because I might need some help with these questions. So if you'll sit there, I might have to ask you to help me some, okay?
How do you stay focused and positive?
There's so many issues I would like to resolve, but I know I cannot do them all. So I have to pick out the ones that are really important to me and the ones which I have the resources to do something about. So you have to focus on those things that you have some ability to impact, and don't spread your energy just trying to do everything.
You're a big believer in early childhood education, including Head Start and books from birth.
Right.
What can parents do to encourage their kids to develop a love of learning at an early age?
There's a difference between schooling and education. Schooling is what takes place in that brick building that we're sending our children to. But education takes place everywhere. The home is a place of education. A place of worship is a place of education. Our parks, just looking and asking questions about trees and bugs and birds and worms, that's education right there. So if parents just see that everything they do is a part of their child's education, not merely sending him or her to school. Dear Mom,
Dear Mom,
I am visiting with Mayor A.C. Wharton.
I'm visiting with A.C. Wharton.
I wish you could be here with me.
I wish you could be here with me.
He has a large office,
He has a large office,
but his desk is kind of junky.
but his desk is kind of junky. Your ideas and all your inputs for the kids on Memphis Loves Kids.
Great, and thanks for coming in to interview me, and to all of the viewers and listeners out there. I hope you'll invite me back again and have Hannah come in. She did a great job. So all you viewers, give her, stand up right in front and give her a round of applause.
Thanks, Mayor Wharton. See you next time.
All right, here we are.
Thank you, Mayor Wharton, for stop. And I'm gonna go in Warren's office. Hey!
Hi. Ooh, look at the baby. Chupa 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 choo. I see you smiling. Chupa 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 choo.
That was Mr. White excess cute.
Okay, go.
I'm here with Memphis Loves Kids, and I'm the feature of Action News 5. Slobbering.
She's always slobbering.
I'm here with Memphis Loves Kids, and I'm the feature of Eyewitness. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a Memphis Loves Kids video production. Bye-bye.
That didn't work very good.
What do I say again?
That was a Memphis Loves Kids video production.